Mic test 1 2 3 4. Oh, there. Hi guys. I'm just trying out something new. Can you guys hear me? Let me monitor. Let me see. How do I check this? Sorry, I'm new to live, so I'm not really sure how this thing works. Okay. Oh, there. Perfect. Okay. So I'm actually trying to do a test live now. So let's stay with me. Let's have some conversations. I actually have my laptop out now so that I can do some demos, or maybe I can call in a friend and see how this one will go. Perfect. I'm testing out actually the Yololiv right now, the YoloBox Pro, and I'm hoping that I can actually do a few more of these live sessions. So I'm just trying it out now. So thank you very much for staying with me, or for being here. Hi, Alex. Let me try to bring in a friend in. I want to see if it actually will work. There, let's see. He doesn't even know that he's going to be live. There. Let's see. There. Nico, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Say hello, you're live in Facebook.
Oh shoot.
No, sorry, you're live in YouTube. I'm actually trying out something new. Let me see. Okay, let's do a split view, and this one's the first one, and then this one's the next one, and then let's do the separation thing there. Done. All
Well,
right.
thanks for
Hi
for
everyone.
giving
Say
me
hi
off
to my
guard.
friend Nico. Can you hear Nico? This is actually pretty cool. I'm trying. There we go. So you guys have any questions? Actually, hi Eric. Hi Tone Drone. Hello. Otabi. Hello. Hello Dex. So say hello to Nico Valenzuela. If you guys can hear Nico, please do let me know.
Hey everyone.
Wait, I think you're in HDMI 2. You should be actually heard. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure this out. So that's the best way to do it, right? There. Hi, Nico.
Hey.
Okay. Love your work about off camera flash photography. Such a big help for newbies like me. Oh, you guys are very welcome. Nico, can you see yourself? Go to my YouTube channel and check it out.
Wait. I'm still
Okay.
mounting my phone.
Um, my current live configurations, basically, I have my main camera here, and then I'm connected to the Yololiv YoloBox Pro. This is a brand new one. Actually, I'm gonna release a video about this tomorrow, and I'm really very excited for this because I want to be able to do this with you guys. I want to be able to do live conversations with you guys, but I'm still trying to figure it out because I'm supposed to be able to get the audio of Nico to come into this particular machine. However, it seems that output, let me see, maybe, oh, there, I should go on display port and I should be able to get his audio now. So let's see. Yeah, Nico's audio is very faint. Yes, I understand. Because the output, well, the internal speakers, if I'm going to use that, maybe I could just make it stronger. But let me try to do it via the display port so you guys can hear him. I'll just mix it here. I should be able to do that. So I have the Yololiv YoloBox Pro here, and I'm actually trying it out. I just did a video about this, which I'm gonna share with you guys tomorrow. But basically, I've been very excited to do this one, to do live demos, or to do basically just play around, showing you guys while I am creating a YouTube video. Um, and basically, it's a fun thing to do. so that I can actually meet you guys also. It's a good opportunity for me to meet you guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to just message this or message me. Oh, Nico disappeared. Where are you?
I did. I'm here.
No, where are you? Oh, there you go. Okay, so it's so cool because I can actually shift to him. There we go. And then shift to me, and then shift to him again, to the both of us. Nico, can you check from your end if you can hear yourself properly? The audio is low, mine or Nico's?
I think it's probably mine.
No, probably yours, but I don't know how to do it because I'm supposed to be able to mix your audio to mine.
I should mount a microphone for that.
Oh, Tone Drone. Yes, thank you very much. I could really appreciate the help with this one, but it's nice. It's fun, right? Sanjay, what do you mean audio is low? My audio or his audio? Right, so not slow at all for me. Okay, perfect. So Nico, say something. Oh, so do you want to connect the nice microphone? Okay, fine. Good evening, Bernard. So hi, everyone. I hope this is actually going to be fun. So, uh, I don't know if I actually do need to do that because the HDMI should actually have audio feed coming out and going into this box. However, my audio is good, correct? Wait, let me put it here. Okay, so my audio is good. Yours is low, Nico, probably because you're not saying anything. Or maybe I could.
How about now?
Or maybe I could put this mic here. How about that? How's the audio now? Oh, there, perfect. So, what I'm basically doing is I have Nico on video conference in my computer, and it's connected to Nico. Are you monitoring it now?
Yeah.
How's my
Can you
audio?
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How's my audio?
I'm not sure if it's a bit soft because of my settings here.
No, here. How's my audio now?
Yours is okay.
Yours is okay. How about yours? Oh, this is so cool. You can see that the comments are actually being shown. It's pretty cool. Well, actually, technically, this isn't supposed to be an issue because I just got him in to actually help me out here and have a conversation with him. But technically, this is really meant for. Oh, there, see, Nico, better now. So technically, this is really meant for me to be able to meet you guys virtually, and we could have conversations. Like Nico also has a YouTube channel, so if you guys are very interested in landscape photography, you could follow him. His YouTube channel is I Am the Best Nico Valenzuela. No, seriously, what's your YouTube channel, Nico? Nico Valenzuela, right?
Nico Valenzuela.
You're okay. So hi, Jiggy. Could you please share your thoughts? Oh, that's perfect. You know what? Because this guy here is a landscape photographer, and he has some very, very good thoughts about ND filters. But could you please share your thoughts on using ND filters instead of high-speed sync flash photography? When I tried NDs on the Canon R6, the sharpness was lowered when I used the 70-200 lens. Well, the first question would be, what ND filter did you use? Because the cheaper the ND filter, yes, it will make your images a bit murky. And obviously, yes, if you do add another glass in front of your beautiful lens, it will deteriorate when it comes to image quality, but not by much if you use the good glass. Not something that you would really be able to see. Now, the main reason why I do ND filters more than high-speed sync, depending on what flash I am using. If I'm using my small speed lights, definitely I will be on ND filters because high-speed sync really drains a lot of power or removes a lot of power from your flash. In my personal opinion, it's about, you take away about 3/4 of the power of your flash. So your normal 60-watt flash will just be 15 watts. So I use high-speed sync if I'm using my Photix Indra, which is 500 watts, so it's very easy. However, using an ND filter is actually a bit more flexible, especially if you don't have a flash that's capable of high-speed sync. So the problem might be with the ND filter that you're using. So let me know what ND filter you're using. Yeah, Nico's audio. Nico, he's using the Hama ND2 to 400. Oh, that's why. It's another one. It's a very ND.
I'm not familiar with that brand.
Okay, so the fact that he's not familiar with that brand says a lot already. Because
let me just search it real quick.
So he's searching it because the more affordable ND filters will really deteriorate your image quality a lot. Even very NDs, for that matter, even from the more expensive brands, very NDs have a tendency to make your images a bit softer, correct, Nico? As compared to as compared to a stock ND filter. Let's say that's why I keep an ND 4, 8, and 32 in my bag. That's not a very ND. And it's set for the filter thread of my bokeh lenses. In other words, my 50, my 85, my 35. So my very ND is when I'm lazy or when I really need to shoot fast. Let's say it's a wedding or an engagement shoot. Well, more often than not with an engagement shoot, I'll really put in my single ND filter instead of a very ND.
Yeah, actually, this looks like one of those off-brand stuff.
Oh, that's why. So, there you go. That's your answer.
So these are the ones that are sold by factories and they're labeled by different brands.
There you go.
That's something to consider.
There you go.
Because the quality is not always that good.
Hello, I remember Hill B. Carter, but your name's different. It's not Hill B. Carter. I'm sorry I forget your name, but I remember we had such a very good workshop with you. How are you doing? Oh, Tone Drone, yes, ND filters on your DJI, of course, so that you can keep your shutter speed to a lower shutter speed, especially for videos. But this one, the Hama ND 200 to 477 mm, that's a reason on why you're getting very soft images. It's because of the quality of your ND filter. There, perfect. And then, what else? Let's see if I missed out some questions.
What ND filter do you use, Jiggy?
Right now, I've been playing around with the HNY. The HNY, actually, I have it somewhere here. The HNY,
I have mine here. Let me just get it.
It's the Revo Ring, right? Oh, there. Hi, San. How are you? I hope you're actually shooting more now. I hope you're enjoying this new format. Maybe I'll go live more often now. So we'll see. And I really have to thank the guys from Yololiv for sending this over because it's going to make my life so much easier, and spur of the moment live sessions like this I can do. Yeah, and that's why I don't even have my glasses because I can't see near. Okay, Nico, let's talk about, the very ND. Suggestions on a good ND filter that can be gotten in any country. How's your thoughts on the HNY?
Gosh, I have so much to say about it.
Okay, let's start off with this one. Sorry, before we go on HNY, let's start off with an affordable, good brand, not very ND filter. Hoya,
though I'm not all too sure if they are still afloat.
Or
I haven't heard
how
about
about
them
B plus W?
Yeah.
B plus W.
Yeah, B plus W.
Oh, Nico, share your link to your YouTube channel. Just comment here in the video. They're asking.
All right.
Tone Drone, how do we donate? Honestly, I don't know. Maybe via Super Thanks, or you can send it through PayPal. If you guys want to send through PayPal, it's speedlightphotographer@gmail.com. Thank you very much. But you don't really have to, but thank you. Gary, hi, from Liverpool. Oh, I love it. You know, one of the first countries that I will visit the moment we're allowed to travel or when this pandemic settles will really be the UK. I used to be there every year, and I really, really love your country, and I'd want to see more. Babe, did we go to Liverpool? We didn't. Coco's here, by the way, if you guys want to say hello. We went to Liverpool or Manchester? Oh, sorry, I didn't go to Liverpool yet. Maybe the next trip I will be going to Liverpool. So, Nico, B plus W, is it still available?
I think so.
So,
Let me check the image real
would you
quick.
recommend that as a good ND filter?
B plus W definitely for the longest time has been one of the reliable ones.
Okay.
Um, I'm having a hard time remembering the others because I've always been using square filters.
Which,
But
yeah. Go, share your screen. Show your B plus W.
no, my screen is on my iPad. I'm just on my phone because you didn't tell me to prepare for this.
All right. So, well, Tone Drone from DC actually. Well, that's also another. I'm always in New York also, so one of these days I actually have to visit your place. Babe, hi from Bernard. Yeah, yeah. Coco's doing her real work. Actually, Coco's not a guys. In case you were wondering, Coco is not a professional model. She is actually a banker, so she's both beauty and brains, don't you think? How about KNF concept? Can I say no?
I have not tried their filters.
I would say no.
Yeah,
I would say no.
I,
No.
yeah, I would say no.
No.
You know, okay, let's talk
okay.
about quality
Okay, so
and how it affects everything.
okay, go for it. Make it quick. Maybe
Yeah,
like 1
because-
minute.
Sorry?
Make it 1 minute. Share it like a reel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the better filters we have right now are made of a certain kind of glass, and that is Scott glass. Okay, and the good thing about that is the color neutrality, and at the
Okay.
same time the transparency.
Okay.
And an added factor is that most of them are tempered, so even if you drop it, it's not easily going to break.
Yes.
And the thing is, if you're using something that is either not as transparent or not, I'm not even going to talk about color. If you're using something that is easily smudged, that will affect the image
You know, I hate that.
so much more than you think.
Yes, I hate that. When you hold on to it, it's like everything just makes your filter dirty.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
and
it's
that
annoying.
smudge is actually going to affect it so much to the point that just a bit of harsh light hitting, maybe coming from your flash or from the
Yeah.
sun,
Yeah.
it's going to be a glare, you know.
Oh,
And these are the things we don't think about when we're just looking at the clean lens.
Of course, when you
Or
buy
the
it,
clean
yeah, when you
filter.
see it, it's always clean, right?
Yeah.
But if it's
you
so
have
difficult to
take
clean.
into consideration how it will be when you're using it in the field.
Okay, fantastic. So, I have some questions here. Look at this one. It seems that Hoya is still alive. Actually, I've been using Hoya, and I have no problems with Hoya. For my non-vari ND filters, I still have my Hoyas. How about Kolari and Nisi? Nisi, I know you've used, right?
I haven't. Actually,
You haven't used Nisi?
For the filter brands that are popular with landscape photographers, the only one I haven't tested is Nisi.
Really?
And that's because I refuse to buy one, and I don't really need it. But I haven't ever tried reaching out to them for a review or anything.
Okay.
But I see a lot of amazing photographers using those. So I do think that they are of good quality.
Okay, then there we go. So the Nisi square filters are gonna be good. Stay away from KNF. I personally would stay away from it. Kolari, what is Kolari? I've never heard of that brand.
I've never heard of it.
Sorry, I've never heard of Kolari, but Hoya I do use. These are my standard ND filters. Right now we've been testing out HNY. So far HNY hasn't been that bad. You know, the nice thing about the HNY filter, that's why it's for lazy people like me. They came out with what they call the Revo ring. And the nice thing about the Revo ring is that it attaches to your lens, even if your lens is from 67 to 82. There, so Nico's showing it now. Basically, it adjusts to the filter lens, to the size of your filter thread. So that's why it's fun. It's actually fun. It's easier. It's more practical. There we go. Gerald Undone has a really good video about ND filters. Gerald Undone's a fantastic YouTuber videographer, so whatever he says goes too. But Nico is a premier landscape photographer here in the Philippines, actually even internationally. And I would believe him when he talks about filters. Anything else, maybe not. But when it talks about landscape and filters, yeah, I would. But do check out his channel. He does a lot more reviews than I do, and he does a lot of TikTok too, right?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So cool. So now my question is, how do I monitor how many people are watching? I can't see.
I see it on the YouTube thing.
Okay,
22 people right now.
Oh, hi to the 22 people. Thank you very much for staying with me for this nonsense live Q&A. But I hope you guys are having a lot of fun. So how to spell your brand? What brand are you talking about? Sorry. Okay. So, if you guys want to follow Nico, his real YouTube is, put it na lang here in the thread, Nico.
Yeah, I did. I put the link.
Okay. You guys should follow him when it comes to landscape photography. Fantastic. And eventually, you'll be doing a few more things. Hello, Mr. Darkroom. I'm sorry, I don't know your real name, but thank you very much for all that information. And again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now while we are playing around and figuring out how to make this thing work. Let's talk about lighting. Nico, Jojo, I think he's Filipino, Jojo Song. And Hill Vargas, hello.
Hello.
Yes, you always comment in the YouTube videos. Hello. And there, opportunity to have a live discussion. Hi Andrew. At least now I know your name. So Darkroom is Andrew. So the filters that you are using, it's spelled H and Y and Hoya. So H and Y. Oh, Nico, you do it. Just comment it. So let's talk about, how about this one? Let's talk about this. Small rig. Oh no, this is not fun. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about something pretty cool. See? Do you guys still use this? You should, always. So, Nico.
I've been looking for an electronic equivalent of that.
Why?
Just because. Like a very mild vacuum or something.
This is so cool. Wait, I just want to play around with this. Look, it's just me. It's just you. And then, of course, we've got the split view. And then we can even add another video source. Check this one out, side by side.
You know what? Give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to switch on over to my computer.
No need.
Because my phone is about to die.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
I'll just call you.
This is so cool. All right. Okay. So. All right. So. You see a small softbox. You know what? To be honest, I would go for umbrellas more than a softbox. If you guys have noticed that I've been using a lot of umbrellas in the studio because it's so much easier to use, especially the ones that have diffuser panels in front, and they're very inexpensive, very easy to bring around, very, very light. And you can even get a 120 cm, an 85 cm, a 150 cm, a 185 cm for cheap. So whenever people ask me what the first modifier or what the best modifier is, I'd probably always answer an umbrella more. Instead of a small softbox, Andrew, because the umbrella will just give you, well, it's cheaper, easier to really bring around. Now, I want to know photo editing for weddings. Well, photo editing is the same for weddings or for landscapes or for portraits. Everything's the same. I don't do too much photo editing, to be honest. That's why if you do watch my YouTube videos, you see that I do show my straight out of the camera photos. And whenever I do post the edited photos, they're not really much difference to it. It's just a little bit of enhancement and cleaning. So really, I personally wouldn't depend on editing too much rather than proper lighting. I'd rather go for proper lighting. Mark, Tilta versus small rig cage for A7 IV. Well, to be honest, I'm so happy with small rig. I've never really tried Tilta because I'm not. It's more expensive, number one, than small rig. And small rig has been nice enough to be sending me stuff, so how can I complain? But I do love this one for the A7 IV. You could see that it even has this small thing here so that you can open your battery compartment so that they can make it as streamlined as possible. It's actually pretty cool. And I've been enjoying this handle too. Get into videography one of these days. Oh, cool, 28 watching. Hi to the 28 people watching. MagMod, how does it compare in real-world circumstances, say to an 80 cm softbox or umbrella? Please suggest. Well, you know, the nice thing about what mag mod are you talking about? Are you talking about the mag box? Are you talking about the mag spear, the mag bounds? There are so many modifiers by mag box. They even have the strip lights now, the bigger soft boxes. So kindly specify which one so I can properly answer that. What size of umbrella should we get? I'm planning to buy my first one. It depends how big your space is. You have to remember that the bigger the umbrella is, the harder it is for you to control the light. However, it's going to be softer. If you've got a small space and then you have such a large umbrella, then you'll never really be able to control the light. And of course, you'd lose space to shoot in. So the modifier that you should buy should be equivalent to basically where you're going to be using it. And imagine if you're using an umbrella and you're outdoor and you're going to be shooting outdoor most of the time and you bring in the 185 cm umbrella, that thing's going to blow away instantly, right? So it's really dependent. So with the mag spear and mag bounce, real world, I'm actually okay with the mag spear and the mag bounce. Well, the mag bounce, it's not very easy to control the light. The mag spear, I can control it better. Now, you have to remember, every time you're using light, especially in real-world situations, is that more often than not, you have another light source, which is your sun. So I use a mag spear a lot, especially if I want to travel light. Whenever I travel, actually, I use a mag spear. Let me actually show you some pictures. Let me try to bring it up. I use a mag spear a lot, actually. A real lot. Yeah, especially when I'm traveling, I'll show you some pictures that we took with a mag spear here. Wait, there. Okay, here we go. All right. This was shot with the mag spear. There. You can see the mag spears right here, there. And the final output of that one is that, see? Pretty cool for a very small modifier, right? That's a F60RM. Very nice. Okay, now how to set the Sony a6000 settings for wedding photography? You know, I wouldn't really know how to answer that question. I would always just put my camera in aperture priority, that's it. But then, are you going to shoot in RAW or JPEG? It's your choice. sRGB or Adobe RGB, it's your choice. I put it in Adobe RGB and I shoot RAW plus JPEG. Then everything else is basically straight out of the camera. Okay, Mr. Valenzuela is calling again. Oh, there we go. So now we can actually have him. Let me fix my split view now. Oh, there we go. He's back. Pretty cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just slightly weak. No, can you hear yourself?
I will not be able to.
I don't know. So, there. Then what else? It's pretty cool, right? The connection's pretty cool. Right? It's very solid, right? I'm not lagging at all.
Because I've learned how to set up in just 5 minutes.
No, I mean my connection's not lagging, no? pretty cool. I just need to figure out the audio coming from you. I don't know. You should. Okay, when I am bouncing my flash on white ceiling, I'm still getting 48K for white balance. Why is it so? Well, number one, let me know what your flash is. Because every flash. Whoa. Well, I'm getting feedback now, Nico. Because every flash. Because every flash would have a specific color temperature. The more expensive the flash, the closer the color temperature is to its actual rating. That's why I love my, well, that's why I love my Sony flash a lot, because I can say that if I put it in 5600 Kelvin, it may be off by over about 100 only. It's never going to go down to 4800 Kelvin. Oh, but again, also, the 4800 Kelvin is dependent on your taste. You might say that you're getting 4800 Kelvin because you're thinking in your eye that's the perfect white balance. So it might not actually be the perfect white balance. But again, I always say white balance is indeed subjective. So as long as you know your equipment and you know that you get 4800 Kelvin, then you work around that. So if you want it warmer, then put it to 5000, 5200, 54, or if you want it cooler, then bring it down. That's the most important thing. You know your equipment, you know how to handle your equipment, and you can adjust to what your equipment is doing. There, fantastic. So there's no lag.
Okay, how about now?
Oh, there, you're strong. There.
Okay.
So direct
Good,
flash,
good.
you're getting 5400, then maybe your ceiling's not really white. Your ceiling might be off-white, or your ceiling might be... And how are you measuring it? Honestly, do you have a light meter that has the Kelvin rating in your light meter? So it's really very difficult to assume a lot of things. But again, as what I said, it's always best for you to know your equipment. So you know that if your equipment is doing that, so if you know that you're going to bounce off that ceiling, then you just adjust your color temperature. I have cloth and canvas backdrops and intend to purchase paper backdrops. Which color do you propose getting first? Black, white, gray backdrops. Okay. You'll be so surprised on how difficult it is to maintain paper backdrops. That's why I like using cloth backdrops more, actually. But if I were to choose just one, I would actually choose gray. Why? Because gray you can make black and gray you can make white. Because all you have to do is pop a flash on a gray backdrop and make it overexposed and it's going to become white. And if you remove a bit of light from a gray backdrop, it's going to go darker gray to black. Okay, connection is very solid, no jitters at all, very good video. Your audio is great as well. Nico, audio is not that great, but that's a great way. Yeah, but that's what I have to figure out. I have to figure out how to get the audio from the other HDMI sources in, because this is something that we just started playing around with. So I'm glad that the audio is good and that I'm actually clear to you guys, and then there's no lag. So thank you very much, Yololiv, and for this YoloBox Pro. So they should actually have.
Are we gonna make this a regular thing now?
Nico, how do you spell your name? Nicco, right?
Nicco.
It's
Yes.
Nicco. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this a regular thing, and maybe we could bring in Kitty also. I'll try to figure it out on how we can do this. Maybe I could add another audio feed. You know what I could do? I could actually... Do I have it here? Oh, I do. Can you message her and see if she's awake?
Okay.
Because I can connect another HDMI cable to this one right here. Wait, excuse me, guys. I can connect another HDMI cable and have her on video conference and connect my phone as another HDMI thing. There, let's see.
Can't you just get the feed from Facebook Messenger and just have her in the group chat?
We can. Yeah, we can. So we can ask her. Yeah, we can. Yeah, that's easier. I can. So you guys ever collaborate together? Yes, actually, Nico is also a brand ambassador from Sony. He is the resident product expert from Sony and Sony brand ambassador. So we do a lot of workshops together. And one day we will actually do a video of him teaching me how to do landscapes. So let me see. Let me see how that will turn out. So let's invite some other people in and see if we could bring in more. Because another person, let's say for example, Kitty. Kitty's fantastic when it comes to styling. She's fantastic when it comes to flat lace, product shots, beautiful, beautiful set designer. Okay.
I have a feeling Gabby is online.
Check Gabby also. Do you need a light meter? I've gotten a lot of flack for it, but I stopped using a light meter since 2008 or 9, I think, or 2010. Only because I find it a lot easier for me. Well, number one, I already know my equipment, so more or less I know the power settings of my equipment. And number two, it's easier for me to actually just visually see it, especially now with how good the LCD screens are. So all I have to do is take a shot and I'll see if it's underexposed or overexposed. Also because, here's the thing, exposure for me is also subjective. There are times that you might want to overexpose it and the light meter really won't know that. So sometimes it's better. You don't really need it. You don't really need it unless you're doing like 5, 6, 7 lights. That's going to be very difficult. But personally, up to 3 lights, I haven't had any problems without any light meter. The most important thing is that you set your lights individually first. And then you know what your lights are doing so that it's very easy for you to tweak it afterwards. Okay.
Kitty is in bed.
Okay,
and
so she can
Gabby
join.
is working.
Okay, so, all right.
Yeah.
She should tell us to join us our live feed. That's fun. Okay. Oh, wow. We're up to 31 people now. Miko Tiotanko. Do you know Miko Tiotanko?
Yeah.
Who is he?
I know him.
Who is he?
What's up?
No, I mean, no.
Yes.
Kevin Pera is asking if you know him. Who is he? Do I know him?
He is also big on YouTube. He does tutorials.
Okay. No, I don't think I've met. Well, obviously, since I'm asking.
Cinematic stuff. He's a filmmaker.
Okay, I've never met him,
Yeah.
but according to Nico, he's a fantastic filmmaker.
I've never met him either, but I do follow him.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, please comment on photography marketing. I truly think this is a part of photography that the people don't talk about as much. Okay, marketing, photography. I can't really talk about it also because I don't market myself. Well, marketing, I guess it's you can look at it in 2 aspects. One, you can have professional marketers involved in your business, or you think of yourself as a brand and you market yourself. So if you think of yourself as a brand and you market yourself, the best way to do that is to just be yourself. In other words, what you see is what you get. You put yourself out there, you put your work out there, you create a good website, you be active in social media, in Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, or Facebook, whatever your choice is. That's the best way to market. That's social networking, marketing in terms of the online space. However, whenever you're marketing also face-to-face, it's different. You have to now talk to coordinators, you have to talk to event stylists, you have to talk to the people who handle the venue so that they can actually recommend you. So marketing is all about relationship building for me personally. Even with you guys, I am building a relationship with the audience, with the subscribers. I try to answer all your questions. I try to read all your comments also at the same time. So I guess if you want to talk about marketing, and that's the way I would actually market myself. Not that I do it. Right now, it's almost 12 midnight. All right. Okay, here. A clarification of the use of 1000 watt tungsten in event photography. What white balance are recommended in camera if we use it in conjunction with a 5600 daylight as a... Okay. I wouldn't even use 1000 watts in an event because you're going to destroy everything, meaning you're going to destroy all the ambient light in the event. I would use focused continuous light. That's why I love my NAND lights with a projection mount, because I can focus the light to the area that I want properly lit. Now, 5600 Kelvin is the standard color of non-bicolor lights. However, it changes depending on the brand. The brand that you mentioned may not give you the correct color temperature. I can only speak for the ones that I use, which is Nanlite. Nanlite actually gives a very cool tone to it. It's very similar to Ari light. So if I set my camera at 5600 Kelvin, I would probably get a quite warm skin tone, which I actually like. So again, it is subjective. So white balance is very subjective. Okay. Hey Jiggy, I will be there in July. I'd love to collab and do some shoots. Well, we'll see. I'd love to be able to do collabs with everyone that asks for collabs. However, time is really very limited. But do drop me a message. Maybe we could. Well, we'll see. We'll see. There might be an event that I can invite you to. So, but have fun in the Philippines. What are you guys gonna do here? If you don't market yourselves, how did you both become ambassadors of Sony? Again, let your work speak for yourself. You don't have to sell yourself. It's just a matter of doing the things that you love, sharing it, and that's it. And they took notice of our work, and that's why we became Sony brand ambassadors. Because the biggest difference here, here's one thing I want to clarify. I'm sure, Nico, you'd have something to say with regards to this. Brand ambassadorship is not so glamorous, to be honest. Brand ambassadorship is a lot of work. And it is not really about the persona of being a brand ambassador that makes you a better photographer, but rather it is for you there to help each other in terms of a common goal, correct? That as brand ambassadors, it's actually, you're very limited to what you can do. And at the same time, you always have to watch what you're doing. But before I even became a brand ambassador of Sony, I was already a Sony user. And I was doing the things that I was doing. And they just took notice and asked if I would want to represent the brand. And for me, it wasn't an issue anymore because I was actually using the brand. So that's how I became a brand ambassador of Sony. How I became a brand ambassador of let's say, Photix. Well, they were one of the first few that really allowed off-camera flash photography with TTL and high-speed sync for the Sony cameras. 2013, when I shifted to Sony, they had that already. But prior to that, I was actually a brand ambassador, even though I was using Canon at that time. They were really innovative when it comes to flash photography and aggressive, and they heard about what I was doing. And you know, that's it. It's, you don't have to force your name to be out there. If you're doing a good job, people will know and hear about you. Correct, Nico?
Mm-hmm.
There. Oh, have fun
And
in
also,
summer. Now go.
also you have to see it in more layers than just basically marketing.
Yeah.
So there's marketing yourself as a photographer to potential clients. And
Yeah.
there's also marketing yourself as a photographer to fellow photographers.
You know, to potential clients, it's pitching yourself. It's not even marketing. It's really selling yourself.
Yeah, but it's in
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
sphere.
yeah. I guess. Okay,
Yeah.
go. Continue. Oh, by the
So,
way, if you guys don't know it, Nico is also a senior writer of F-Stoppers. Okay, go.
yeah, so for me, I don't market myself as an architectural photographer, and I mainly get my clients out of referrals and all of that. But I would say I do market myself to other photographers, and this is one way to do that. Of course, it's creating the content, and generally, it's just about, as you said, being consistent in your work. And eventually, if people start to follow you because of your work, then you're going to be a good instrument for a brand to talk about their brand.
Yeah, it's called organic marketing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing. No matter how well you market yourself, if your work isn't up to par to how you market yourself, then no one will get you. Or if they do, they might get disappointed. See, over marketing or selling something that's not there is going to be a problem too. which a lot of people excel in. They're just fantastic. They market themselves. They're all over the place. And then the moment you hire them, you're like, really? What happened? It's like overselling. So I'd rather let the work speak for itself, and if they want to hire me as their wedding photographer, then it's because they like what I do. Not because I sold them on what I can do, but rather they like what I can do. Well, selling them to what I can do is when we start talking. But initially, they will actually come to me and inquire. And if they do inquire, that means they're interested. And that's when you start marketing yourself. That's when you start selling. But yes, I do believe that Instagram, Facebook ads, Instagram ads are also fantastic tools for marketing yourself. However, word of mouth is for me still a bit stronger, especially here in our country. So
That's true.
There you go. And then what's interesting, Hill? I hope I'm not saying something that might get me into trouble. Coco's there anyway. If I see something bad, so you'll probably hear her say, "Babe." Right, babe? How are you doing? You're almost done. She's actually working. Imagine that. We're having fun and we're working. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. And I can't believe we've been on live for about 47 minutes now. Imagine doing this during a live shoot. That's going to be so much fun. Maybe you guys should request on what we should be doing, right? What type of live shoot we should do. What do you think? Oh, lots of emails. Why? Google. Oh, nice. So you guys want me to do this live Q&A more often? Let me know. So what have you been working on, Nico?
Today is my writing day.
Okay, so okay.
F-stopper stuff.
Okay. Well, today supposedly was my rest day. But then for some reason...
You never rest.
Yeah.
You never rest.
I know. Good night. What topic, Hill? Go ask some questions so that we can prolong this. If not, we'll say our good nights already. I hope you guys enjoyed it though, what we're doing now. And if we should actually do it more. Maybe we should do it.
We
Maybe
should also probably find out the best time for the audience.
And my battery's about to die. Well, right now would be a good time because a lot of people are awake. That's why Coco's working, because internationally people are awake at this time.
Yeah, okay.
That's why it's going to be, it's either at this time or morning for us. Oh, metering and focusing. Oh, it should be separate. Ayan, Nico, product expert.
What's up?
Okay, number one. Oh yes, Mark, I do use a camera holster. I swear by the spider holster. I love it. Especially the one for the mirrorless camera because it's so tiny and it's got an Arca Swiss plate on it already. I would suggest next time a tutorial on strip boxes with egg crates. Maybe I would. Maybe I would. I should actually. It's here, right here, behind me. That's the one that's lighting me up. Or maybe I would do the Nanlite Pavo 3030X with egg crates because that will technically give
strip.
Because that will technically give the same effect as a strip light, and the nice thing about doing continuous light is what you see is what you get already, so it's very easy to apply it for flash photography too. All right, Mr. Product Expert, how to separate metering and focusing in the A7R3?
You know what? I'm gonna have to check.
You know, it's a good thing Sony's not watching.
Where is my... Well, I'm not expected to memorize everything.
No, you are. As a product expert, you should know. You should go menu 3, sub-menu 4.
If I memorize that, I should be paid.
No, but seriously, the guys from Hong Kong, every time you ask them something about the menu system of the Sony camera, they memorize it by menu and sub-menu. The Sony guys, huh? So the Sony guys from Hong Kong.
That's intense.
Yeah. And no, but these are the regular employees of Sony.
Mm.
Okay, there you go. So Nico's checking it for you now.
It's a
Okay,
good thing I have the camera they're talking about.
actually, where is my R3? Well, I haven't. Well, it's there. You know that I have another. Check this out. Where is it? Oh, here. It is so much fun. Look at this. I can put another one right here and see if this one works. I think this one ran out of bat. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that one ran out of battery. Okay, so any more questions while Nico's looking for that? Sorry, it's such a mess here. I was actually supposed to be cleaning up already after the shoot. Then I decided, why not try to do a live thing right now? So, and that's exactly what we did, and it turned out pretty cool. Are there still people with us right now? I can't see.
Yeah, 32 people.
Oh, there's still 32 people. Wow, thank you guys for staying. Now, the 32 that are here, please do ask your questions now, because I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, this is something controversial. I'd want to ask you guys. What do you think about channel membership and doing live Q&As like this regularly, but through channel membership? Because people are actually suggesting that I do that, but I'm still on the fence because I do love giving, this opportunity for everyone to just chat without anyone paying. So it's actually torn between two, but it's also a nice thing to help the channel out so that I can create more content actually. So what do you guys think about that? Like, we keep all the instructional videos for the free channel, then we create like a membership thing, let's say like for like $2.99 a month, and do like twice a month live Q&A like this. Should be actually interesting. What do you guys think? No violent reactions.
Okay.
I'm not doing it yet.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Jiggy.
Okay.
But I think the easiest answer to separating the focusing and the metering is basically choosing the modes. Right?
You know what? I just gave you a hard time. You know why? Okay.
Why?
You are using live view.
That's
You're
true.
using a camera that shows you the proper exposure. Focus and fix your exposure, because you can already see what the exposure is. If it's overexposed, then make it darker. Or adjust your exposure to make it darker. If it's underexposed, make it brighter. And then
if you're not seeing
just
that, you're probably not using live view.
yeah, if you're not seeing it, you're probably not on live view. So turn on your live view, put your metering mode on evaluative metering, which is basically the safest to get the most proper exposure. And that's all you need to do. Like with what I do, I shoot in aperture priority, exposure compensation. So wherever my focusing is, I just adjust my aperture, my exposure comp, and then I can make my images darker or brighter. And since it's live view, I can basically see the exposure already, even before I take the shot. I take the
That's
photo.
True.
Right?
Yeah. But okay, and there's also a way to prioritize the face for metering.
Oh, is there?
So that's in the second camera menu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So there, see, learning something new. But because I've always been just so dependent on whatever I see. Oh, people stopped commenting. Why?
I still see them.
Or I'm not getting any new comments. The last one I see is how to separate metering and focusing. That's the last one.
There are a few after that.
Oh, okay, then there's something wrong here. Okay, Mr. Valenzuela, since this is what you normally do anyway, read the comments out loud.
Okay.
wait, seriously, why am I not getting the new ones?
So someone is asking if you've ever used Bron Collar.
Yes, I have actually. The problem with Bron Collars, they have their specific mounts. So it's very difficult to buy modifiers for like cheaper modifiers, and at the same time there's no one really fixing it anymore here in the Philippines. But they are fantastic lights.
Mounts, you mean
flash mounts.
connecting the modifiers?
Connecting the modifier
Yeah.
to the flash.
Okay. So not the typical Bowens mount.
No.
All that.
The Bowens mount actually came from a light called Bowens. There is a light called Bowens, except that everyone just started using the Bowens mount. So, or not everyone, but most third-party brands decided to use the Bowens mount. That's why it became very popular.
Pretty much like Arca Swiss.
Pretty much like Arca Swiss, yes. Yeah. That's how it works. And then I also used Elinchrom, which I love. Pro Photos, obviously. Then the Sony Flash and Photix. Those are all the flash units that I've used. And Rime lights. So I've used Rime lights. I own Rime lights, Elinchroms. My bronze are no longer there with me. My Pro Photos and my Sony Flash and my Photix Flash. Don't ask me why I don't use Godox. Because I won't answer. Okay. I won't answer. Okay, go. So
what is the suggested minimum gear for corporate headshots?
Corporate
And
headshots?
That is portable and easy to move as well.
Are you talking about light or lenses? Let's just go lenses. Lenses,
general, yeah.
85 millimeter. Corporate headshots, one light would be good. Two lights would even be better. But honestly, you could get away with. It really depends. If you're gonna do environmental portraits, one light would be more than enough. Environmental, so you could use the existing ambient light that's there. If you're gonna do corporate headshots, I actually made a video on how I do corporate headshots from 1 to 4 lights. The lens that I would always use would be an 85 to 135. If you don't have that, the 70 to 200. 50 millimeter, if you're gonna do that, half body. Which, by the way, you guys should watch out for. I'm coming out with a video, best portrait lenses for a small home studio. Actually, it's so ironic. I'll give you guys a heads up already. I love the way the video came out. And then afterwards, when I was editing the videos, I found out that one card got corrupted. And you wouldn't believe what card it was. It was my wide shot. It was my wide shot where my main mic was connected.
Okay.
So, gone good audio, but I was able to salvage it a bit. But because I couldn't repeat the shoot anymore because Coco brought it for that shoot and we were done shooting. So I couldn't really repeat it. So I'll bring it out maybe in the next week or so. I hope you guys enjoy it. I actually talk about the 35 millimeter, the 50, the 85, and the 135. So in this one, it's a best prime lenses for a small home studio. Then maybe one of these days, if you guys like it, I'll do another one for zoom lenses. So we have any more questions, Nico?
Yeah, so many actually.
Oh, go. What happened to mine? I'm pissed.
Someone also made a comment. This Tone Drone says, yeah, everything is not limited to algorithm. I think they're pertaining to the marketing.
Yeah, the marketing thing. Yes.
Yeah. What are the real advantages of mirrorless than DSLR?
What you see is what you get. That's it. For me, that's it. What you see is what you get. Live view. I started out with the small ones. I thought it would be perfect for traveling. And then people just love the mirrorless system and started asking for more. That's why we're now back to the bigger cameras. But it's really about what you see is what you get. Don't you think? It's just that.
Yeah.
Live view.
And really, if when people ask me about DSLRs nowadays, I never say that it's any less good than mirrorless.
No, it's not.
But if you're investing in gear in 2022, you should consider the fact that they don't make lenses for DSLR anymore.
Yeah, and also the new lenses are built for the newer sensors, which are now in the mirrorless systems. Because you have to remember, the lenses that you used to buy, let's say, for example, for your Canon system, the L lenses, they were all built for film. Then the sensors got better and better and better, that the resolution from the lens is no longer enough for the sensor, for what the sensor can do. Yeah,
that's why they had to come out with version 2 and version 3.
Yeah, but then the version 2 and version 3s are already a different mount for the newer cameras, which are all mirrorless right now, because it is really about live view for me personally. Because of live view, they're able to now boost up to 30 frames per second. Imagine being able to do 30 frames per second with electronic shutter, unheard of before. Okay, go some more. I'm sure there are more, but I can't see anything. I'm so pissed.
Hill Vargas Jr. says, I think once a week Q&A will do. Dark Room says, Sony menus kill me. I use the A9 and the Nex 7, both different menus. Well, those
Yeah,
are
yeah.
so far apart though.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, to be honest, the Sony menu is something that it's like fine wine. It grows on you. You'll understand it afterwards when they just want to put everything there for no one to complain, except that they started complaining because everything was there, which was really so funny. But
Yeah.
the clincher is the my menu. In other words, it
Yes.
says my menu. So everything
And
that you, yeah,
and the button.
and the button. So everything that you really want, just put it in my menu, and don't bother about all the other menus anymore. I only really just look at all my shortcuts, the buttons and the ones in my shortcuts. That's it. At least the nice thing about it, if there's something that I need to do, it's there because Sony really put everything, literally everything in their menu system. And imagine me using the A7 IV, the S3, and the A1, and then I'll shift back to an R4 and R3, different menus too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually said this in my YouTube video about setting up the A7 IV. The menu system is not created for you to
Use out of the box.
access every single
Yeah.
time you're shooting.
Yeah, exactly.
It's for you to customize and put everything where it's accessible, which is the
Yes.
My Menu
Yes.
and the shortcut buttons and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes, exactly.
So the most crucial thing to do when you get a Sony camera is to set it up according to your
Yes,
use.
yes, yes, exactly. And the hardest thing to do, this is really funny, but it's not a problem for a lot of people. Um, Having to make the same menu setup for all cameras, right?
Well, that's because you get
No,
so
no,
many
but
cameras.
no, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Nico. Did you know that with a new menu system, you can actually save it in your SD card, put it in the other camera, and just copy it?
Oh, really? I did not.
See,
I did not.
I learned that from
I did
Nigel. So with the new menu system, so once you've set everything, right, you painstakingly put everything there, including the time. Copy it to your SD card. You can put it in another camera, and it'll automatically copy it for you. See, so many things in the menu system that we still haven't even discovered.
That's a good problem, and that's a good solution.
Yeah,
and
right?
I'm looking forward to getting that good problem.
Yes, when you have another camera. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So are there any more questions?
Wakadu19 says, learning so much from your videos, Sir Jiggy.
I'm glad.
Darkroom also says, once a week would be too much. Channel membership would be a good idea.
Oh yeah, maybe if you guys are willing to join the community, maybe I will actually do that and do it once every 2 weeks, and maybe do a 2-hour session. Who knows? I just have to figure out the time. Maybe this time would be good, but it's early morning. Let's say in the East Coast right now, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so I think that's acceptable, right? And everyone's awake already at this time, correct? In all the countries that you talk to. Okay, yeah. So this is the perfect time, Nico. If you're asking
Okay.
about the perfect time.
Alex Gatangi. Hey, Mr. Jiggy, how do you overcome doing a photo shoot with the sun being overhead?
Oh, use a light. I love
that's your specialty.
I love doing that with the sun being overhead. But if you don't have a light, get a reflector, take out the reflective part and use a diffuser. Just put it above. It's gonna look fantastic already. But I do love shooting with light overhead because that is the time when the skies are the bluest. Don't you think? A landscape photographer, you know that, right?
Yes,
It's like that's where you get the surreal colors. Like the blue is so blue, and the clouds are just fantastic. And then all you have to do is stop down on your camera, and then what's going to happen is the blues become richer, even richer.
Yeah.
So
Plus use a CPL.
what's that? If you want to
You
use
can
a,
also
a
use
CPL,
CPL,
yes, exactly. Which I did recently in the most recent prenup, which I'm going to bring out a video about too. I used the Vari ND with a CPL, and the blues just became bluer. And then I popped the light just to remove all the shadows in the face that I don't like, and it looks fantastic. Very, very vibrant. The images are very vibrant when you shoot during those times.
Okay, so he live vlog says channel membership link Q&A sounds good.
Okay, so maybe. Actually, you know what? There's something other than that that I'm really thinking of too. Because we have different levels in terms of channel membership. The first one could just be Q&A. The second one could be participating in a live shoot while I am shooting. So that would be pretty cool too. So we can have a live Q&A during an actual shoot. Should be very interesting. But then if I do that, I might have to pay Coco, so I might have to charge more.
Hill Vargas Jr. says, "How I wish I have a Sony camera. Perfect time to get one."
Perfect time to get to go. Sony product expert and brand ambassador. Why is this the perfect time to get one now?
No, you know what? I'm gonna take off that hat and say why. It's
Okay.
because the A7 IV came out and everyone is upgrading. So even if you're not gunning for the A7 IV,
That's
and
true.
if you're looking for used gear, it's gonna be more affordable.
That's
Perfect
true.
time.
That is so true. The second-hand market now is fantastic when
Yeah.
it comes to, yeah, and they're very good cameras. The A7R3, the A7 III you can get now for a
The
steal.
A7C also
The
is selling so much
A7C.
in the used market
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they eventually went A7 IV.
Yeah, that's actually true. That's actually a good alternative.
I've also
Guys,
seen someone sell an A1 because they wanted an A7 IV. So, see?
sino kaya yun?
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Someone says, "Hey Jiggy," and please, I apologize if I don't read your name out loud. It's probably because I might not be able to pronounce it properly. But someone says, "Hey Jiggy, I am looking for Photix M200R and M180 for a long time in India. Any possibilities of getting those in India?"
Um,
Okay.
I remember there is a distributor of Photix in in India because Photix was asking me to go to India with them to do a series of workshops. So there should be a distributor there. If not, Amazon sells it. So
B&H.
B&H will sell it, Amazon will
B&H.
sell it, and Amazon I'm sure will ship to India. The M200, the M180, I doubt if you can still get it because I think they discontinued it. It, they discontinued it, and the M200R is still available. Yeah, look at the
Okay.
light. Look at the light behind Nico. That's an M500R.
Mhm.
That orange light there. Okay, cool.
Okay, Darkroom says, "I own a set of Roto lights. If Chrome comes out with a wireless flash with removable batteries, I think I'm gonna get them."
Yeah, the Chromes are fantastic. I love them, but I did decide to choose Pro Photo over Chrome. The Roto lights, actually, a lot of people have been talking to me about Roto lights. However, I'm so biased already with Nanlite and the way Nanlite is so aggressive in what they're doing. But I am very curious about the Roto light and the flash because Roto lights are LED lights that can actually do flash photography.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Remember how that there's this one brand that actually approached me and did that LED light that you could sync with your phone and you could use with your camera that really
Mm.
bursts up a power, a very strong light. Rotolite did it. Rotolite does it, and they do it well. And
So it has like a strobe mode.
it has a strobe mode, but it's an LED continuous light, so it just gives you one really big burst of flash of light.
Uh,
However, I haven't really tried using it. You know what I've been wanting to try though, but I don't know if you guys would really appreciate it if I start using it. I've been wanting to get myself some V flats. However, I think you guys are enjoying me using my very inexpensive foam board more than V flats because V flats are kind of expensive, right? The foam boards are better. But I wouldn't mind actually trying out the V flats though. It's just so difficult to get it here in the Philippines because number one, you have to ship it and it's so big. So even though it's light, it's still big, so it's still gonna be expensive. I don't know. Maybe V flat would want to send some, and we'll see. We'll see. There.
okay.
Okay, go.
Someone says, "Is it possible to continue shooting weddings and portrait with speed light and softbox without buying a strobe light?"
Huh? I'm sorry. Can you
I
repeat it?
think they're basically asking if moving on to a strobe is a necessity or can they continue just using speed lights.
Oh, okay. The speed light was there. I don't shoot weddings with strobes. I shoot weddings with speedlights. Because to be honest, I don't need the power of strobes for a wedding. I use it for prenup. Prenups. I'm sorry. When we say prenups, we mean engagement shoots. It's not that contract that you signed for a wedding. Yeah, we call it prenups here in the Philippines, but it's basically short for prenuptials. But it's really an engagement shoot. Because I bring out my bigger strobes because I use that for engagement shoots because that's when I shoot at bright days. But normally, when I'm shooting weddings, most of the time we're indoors, so I don't need a very strong strobe. And the time that I would need it would be towards sunset when my speed light is more than enough. But I do have my strobe in the car or in the bag all the time, just in case I need it. But a speed light is more than enough. Honestly, more than enough.
Okay. Darkroom says you guys are doing great. Thank you.
Thank you. So your audio's better now.
Seems like it.
So that means I might have gotten your audio in already. So I don't know. Maybe we'll do this. We'll do a test offline again one of these days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we could have done before this. AKA Titan YT says, big fan, sir, love from India.
Thank you very much. And don't forget, follow Nico also in his channel. It's Nico Valenzuela. Nicco Valenzuela. Check it out for landscape photography and other little things about photography. He does better review videos than I do.
Someone says live view also available in DSLR too. That's true. The live view mode is, but not all DSLRs have the simulation, the exposure simulation, which I don't really see that so much in Mirrorless. I think Mirrorless made that extinct, but back in the DSLRs,
it's mirror up.
Cameras had exposure
simulation. That's okay. Let's clarify it. The older DSLRs had the mirror lock up. So once the mirror locks up, you'll be able to see whatever it is that you're shooting from the screen in the back instead of having to look at the viewfinder. But as what Nico was saying, it does give you the simulation. It does. It gives you the exposure simulation. However, it is slow. It is not instantaneous. I use that with my 1DS Mark III. I use that with my 5D Mark IV and my 5D Mark III. However, it was never as good as the mirrorless system. Right now, the live view of the mirrorless system, and this is something that not a lot of people really take advantage of, but the EVF is the perfect screen to look at your images when you're shooting outdoor. You shoot with the screen in the back. However, if you want to check your proper exposure, look through the EVF. Because the EVF will take out all the light. Because if you notice, you've got a curtain. Basically, when we used to buy that thing that you put in the back of the mirrorless camera, it's like a thing that it's like when you would look through film, you do that just to see if you got the proper exposure. That's what the EVF does. The eye cup, yes. So the EVF actually does that for you. So no DSLR has an EVF. None.
Yeah, of course,
it's only for the mirrorless system.
But you know what? I also remember there are DSLRs who would have the mirror lock up and do not have the simulation.
Oh, and also, if you do the mirror lock up, you can't use flash.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Because I remember our friend Vince, whenever we would go out shooting together, he would be so frustrated because he has the live view,
but he can't do the exposure simulation.
The dark thing that you see on the optical viewfinder.
Yes. So yes, but mirrorless really made it what it is now. Okay. So go ahead.
Okay.
What are you using? Are you using your iPad, or is that your computer?
iPad.
Okay.
What's the two best budget lenses a wedding and portrait photographer should have as a Sony shooter?
Budget lens? Budget.
Yeah.
Kit lens, 28 to 70. That's equivalent to your 24 to 70. Always have that. Honestly, remember this. As a wedding photographer, you are primarily there to document the event. The creative shots is secondary. To document the event, you always have to have a medium telephoto zoom. That's why I have one camera that the 24-70 never leaves. Every time I'm shooting, I always have my 24-70. Then, if you want to go creative, you could either go for the 51.8, the 52.5, or the 85 1.8. That's it.
Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
Stay with your kit lens. 28-70, 20. What's the kit lens of the A6000? 28-60, right?
No, 16 to 50.
16-50. No, for the kit lens of the A7C.
A7C is 28 to 60.
28-60. 28-60, 16 to, what was that? I'm sorry, 16-50, but that's, since
50.
that's crop, that's equivalent to 24 to
2470.
Yeah, that's why it's a kit lens. That's why they have that as a kit lens, because it's supposed to be your overall lens. So remember that as a wedding photographer, you are primarily there to document. The creative shots are secondary. So documentation, you always need a zoom lens. You know, to be honest, when people apply to me and I ask them what gear they use as a wedding photographer, and if they tell me all the prime lenses that they use and they don't have a zoom, I know immediately what type of shooter that person is. Meaning that person would always just want to look for the creative ones. And sometimes when I look for a second or third photographer, I need someone to help me document rather than try to overlap what I am doing if I'm shooting creatives. So go ahead.
So as the saying goes, tell me what your lenses are and I'll tell you who you are.
Well, yes, but what if you have all, like?
Okay. So Vlog asks, can a white or gray card replace a color checker passport
No,
when it comes to capturing realistic colors?
no, no.
Do you still use those?
Um, I shoot in with weddings. I cannot. I used to. Um, Whenever it's a very tricky church that we're shooting in, the light doesn't change anymore, and we have artificial lighting. I would normally use a gray card or those white balance filters to get a proper white balance for all. Now the problem is it goes to 18% gray. So it's very neutral, and I like my images on the warmer side. So again, white balance is very subjective. A color checker is very essential because you can create camera profiles. So if you're dealing with high-end brands, let's say like Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola will be very particular about the red of their cans. So if you cannot replicate that red, you're gonna fail. They're gonna throw the images back at you. So that is the purpose of color checkers. The color checkers are really there for product photography. If you want to get the exact color.
Advertising stuff.
Yes, yes. So the two different things. Babe, come here, say hello. Come on, babe, say hello. What? Once in a while, show yourself, show your beautiful face without makeup. Come on. Or you could stay there behind and say hello and let them hear your voice. Okay, so not here. The mic's here, babe.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone.
There we go.
Okay.
And we gotta end this soon because Coco's done. Coco's done working, so we gotta end this soon.
Okay.
Maybe how many questions?
Says big fan. I started following Jiggy back when he has 2K subscribers.
Oh
Now
wow!
we have a big community. Shout out sa iyo, sir.
Who was that? Who's that?
Thank you. Hobbies and collections.
Oh, fantastic!
You're obviously Filipino. Yeah.
Yeah, that 2K. Yeah, that was about 2 years ago. Guys, help me reach naman the 100,000 subscribers. That's gone for the silver play button. Let's be the first Filipino photographer. Oh no, well, we're not. There's so many Filipino photographers that are doing well. Fantastic, fantastic. I really do love this space. But I'm so disappointed with this one.
Mark Gonzalez says, is 35 millimeter at f2.8 prime versus 35 2.8 on a zoom, do they produce the same quality?
Depends on the prime and the zoom. I would tell you that the 24-70 2.8 G Master would outperform the 35 2.8 pancake lens, right?
That's true.
It depends. It really does. They would say the primes are generally sharper than zoom lenses, but have you tried the new 70 to 200 2.8 GM2? It's just so crazy sharp. So that the camera brands are learning and they're making their zoom lenses so sharp too. And honestly, how sharp do you really want your images to be? No, seriously. Because I have a problem with some of the times that the lenses are actually too sharp, that it's showing everything that I have so much more to clean up. Right?
True.
I think
I get that too, because when I'm shooting outdoors, the leaves are just so damn sharp. I have to reduce everything.
I think we've reached the point in which we're there. Anything over it is just incremental, but I think we've reached a level of sharpness that afterwards might be to HDR already. Right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the lenses right now are fantastic already. So sharpness is not really something that bothers me anymore. It's not even something that I look at anymore, because it's just everything's just sharp nowadays. Whether it be the G Masters or even just the entry level lenses are fantastic. Even the third-party lenses are all very good already, right?
Well, not all.
Not all, yes, not all. But the good branded third-party ones are pretty good already. So last two questions before we say goodbye.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna storm through everything, so just we get.
Okay, so just so that we hear everything.
Yeah, not too many anyway.
Wait, but Yololiv, it stopped. My questions stopped. So if you're watching this, look, my comment stopped.
One Wanderer says good night, everyone.
Good night.
Hill Vargas says he needs a sponsor to do what we were saying earlier.
Okay.
Someone is also asking, when is the A7R5 expected?
Well, your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Krishna Rana says, "Sir, I like you very much. I love your photography with your wife, Coco. You are both lovely."
Thank you. And Coco says thank you too.
And Hill Vargas says, "Thank you for those wedding photography tips." Bernard Velasco says, "Any tips using shoot-through umbrellas outdoors?"
You'll be surprised. You could actually use a shoot-through umbrella without a flash. Use it as a diffuser, right? I actually want to do a video about that, using a shoot-through umbrella without a flash outdoor. That should be interesting, right?
Okay. Darkroom says hello, Coco. Suhili Vlog says hello, Coco.
See, you should show yourself, babe.
Teaching and explaining has aided me in the growth of my talents. Thank you very much from my heart.
You're also welcome.
Yeah.
Hey, you've had a part in that too, Nico. Thanks for some of the f-stopper features.
Oh sure. I earn like $1 for each of
So that's it. Should we say goodnight to everyone?
Last question is, please comment on Tamron 35 to 70, 2 to 2.8.
Nico will do that.
That's a really old lens.
Is that the big one? Is that the big hefty one?
One of the small ones from early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. Because Tamron doesn't make too many variable aperture lenses anymore.
Okay.
Or maybe he got the numbers wrong. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark Gonzalez says good night.
Good night, everyone.
Yen Gulaji says greetings from South Africa. Oh, sorry. They meant the 35 to 150 Tamron.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, neither of us have tested that, but everyone is raving about that online. It's variable aperture, but it's great because it's f2 to 2.8.
Isn't it 1.8?
It's actually tempting.
Isn't it 1.8? No. It's 2 to 2.8.
2 to 2.8. So it's gonna be f2 at 35 all the way to.
Weren't you supposed to be sent one by Tamron Philippines?
I will message them tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, do a review about it. I can't honestly, guys. I can't do reviews. I can just tell you what I think or how I would use it. But if you ask me all the little details or how does it compare to this or to that, I can't do that. That's why follow Nico's channel because he will do that. He does that pretty well. Basically, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick live Q&A. And it's pretty cool, right? We were able to do it and we were live and it's very clear. It's clear on your part, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go back to this one. Oh, there, Nico's gone. All right. Thank you very much, guys. And I might be doing this more often, though I might do it as part of the channel membership. So I hope you guys are going to be okay with that. But we'll see. We'll see how it will go. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Okay? Bye, guys. Now I don't know how to do this. Okay, stop.